Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy event of the week. Each week our staff of analysts and educators tries to provide you with a better understanding of a major market event scheduled during the next week. This next presidential election is scheduled for November the 8th, 2016. According to the United States Constitution, a presidential election is to be held once every fourth year. Candidates from both major and minor political parties and independent candidates begin to raise money and campaign at least 1 year in advance of the general presidential election. In order to officially represent a political party, a candidate must be nominated by that party. This primary nomination process is a contest that often produces factions within political parties. The nominating process officially begins with the first state primary and caucuses, which usually occur in the month of February of the election year. The spring of an election year is categorized by vigorous campaigning for primaries and caucuses all over the nation. This process reaches its crescendo at the national conventions of the political parties. Once at the national party conventions, the delegates from the states cast votes for the person who will represent the party in the November general election. In order to secure a party's nomination, a candidate must receive a majority of the votes from the delegates. The candidate for president must then choose a vice presidential candidate. Generally, a running mate is chosen that will in some way balance the party's ticket for the general election. The conventions are extravaganzas, full of pageantry and showmanship. They serve to help jumpstart the general election campaign for the presidential candidates. The vast majority of America's states are considered solidly committed to one party. For example, California is unfailingly Democrat, while Texas always goes Republican. But others, like Florida, Ohio, and Iowa, are open to persuasion. 300 million Americans, 50 states, 2 candidates, and well over $1 billion in campaign spending. How does this election work? The campaign comes down to one number, 270. That's the number of electoral college votes both sides need to win and to claim the White House. The Electoral College was created in the earliest days of the US as a voting system that allows the disparate states to come together and elect a single president to represent them all. Each state, plus Washington, D.C., is awarded a certain number of electoral votes, based roughly on size. California, America's largest state, gets 55 votes, while sparsely populated Wyoming gets only 3. There are 538 electoral college votes in total, and the candidate to get a majority, 270, becomes president.